Hey guys, Ember Dragon here. Just wanted to do kind of a check-in. Today, I'm not going to talk very long because I actually will need to go here soon. I'm actually meeting a friend over at the gym, and yes, it is late in the day for me, but I go to a 24-hour gym where I can go, any time of day, and I absolutely love that because sometimes I work till 10 p.m., sometimes I work till 3 a.m., and that's kind of nice because I can, get it in all the time. So, today I wanted to kind of talk about injuries and what to do in an instance where you may have an injury and you can't get to the gym. The reason I bring this up is I'm actually in that situation right now. I threw out my lower back pretty bad a little over a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago at this point. I was doing crunches on an exercise ball that was too big for me, and I was too far forward on the ball. And as I crunched forward, the ball shot out behind me, and I landed straight down on the AstroTurf, and there's no cushion under that. It's only cement or concrete or whatever they have under there. So, needless to say, that hurt a good deal. And, of course, as you can imagine, I laughed it off, going, oops, sorry, my ego's bruised a little bit. I'm kind of like, I can't believe that just happened. The entire gym stops to make sure I'm okay, so you have to kind of laugh it off. So, but I actually did end up in a decent amount of pain. I'm still going to the chiropractor. Today is the first day back at the gym. I went one day last week and then my back seized up. So it's my first time back at the gym since then. Since my back re-seized up, my chiropractor kind of gave me the okay to do some upper body. So I'm going to go to the gym, meet a friend, and we're going to work on some upper body, maybe some shoulders and traps and stuff. But that's something I wanted to talk about. I'm one of those people that is very prone to injury. Very prone to injury. I attempted to go through basically the State Patrol Academy, and I did not make it through because I broke my foot, which I didn't know it was broken at the time. So needless to say, on that one, I didn't notice it until it started swelling up. I just knew I was in pain, and I figured everybody was in pain because you're going through the academy. So I never went back through. And then after that, later, I ended up spraining that same ankle a few months after it got healed. So I was back out of the count on that, and now it's my back. So it's always kind of something with someone. I'm prone to injury. Not always at the gym. This is the first time it's been at the gym. Usually I'm doing something stupid on my off time. I'm not paying attention, and then I get hurt. A lot of people, it can happen at the gym. It is extremely possible. That's why you need to watch your form. You need to get your form down first before you start lifting heavier. Because lifting with poor form, you can get hurt. So take your time. Quality over quantity. That's a big one I want you guys to remember. Quality over quantity. If you can lift 200 pounds, that's, like a deadlift of 200 pounds. That's awesome. But if you do it and you don't have the right posture, the right form, you can pull out your back, you can tear things, you can get seriously hurt. So please, please, please pay attention to your form. Another thing I wanted to bring up is when you do get injured, because it may happen if you get really serious into working out and going to the gym and stuff like that. It more than likely will happen at some point in your life if you haven't already had an injury. My number one thing I want to tell you is rest is not a bad thing. If you're anything like me, rest is it takes almost more to rest than it does to go to the gym because it's such a habit. If you're not like me and you're just getting into the gym, you're just learning that what to do and how to do it, and then all of a sudden you get hurt. It's hard to like something that hurts you, and I get that. I completely get that. I hate running because running hurts me, or it used to hurt me. But the more I kept going back, you gotta get back off on the horse that threw you off, and you just gotta keep going and keep going and keep going, and eventually, I'm not necessarily gonna say it's gonna be fun because I still don't enjoy running, but I don't dread it as much as I used to. Where if you have an injury, just avoid that specific section. Obviously, listen to your doctor over me. Don't take if your doctor says don't do something, don't do it. Listen to them above all else. They are medical professionals. That's what they do. But if your doctor gives you clearance to do some stuff, like I injured my lower back, I'm going to avoid core and lower body until I'm healed. That's only going to be probably another week or so if I treat it right. When I hurt my foot, I couldn't do lower body. I had to do upper body, which on the plus side, my upper body improved really, really fast. But my lower body did not, so I had to kind of catch up there, go through physical therapy and all that fun stuff. So definitely make sure you're listening. Listen to your body. when I first hurt my back, I was out. I stopped going for 2 or 3 days, and then I went back and said, I'll do some upper body and some cardio, and I'll avoid my core. Well, you don't realize how much you use, so I did some step up knee ups, and didn't really realize at the time. Now I realize it, that my core was pretty engaged there until my back seized up and I had to go home and put ice on my back. So sprain an ankle, don't run. Don't do anything, jumping. You can do some stuff, depending on the level of pain and depending on what your doctor may or may not have told you to do. You can do some stuff. You can still get your cardio up. Get on a bicycle, one of those recumbent bikes or a spinning bike. Don't push it hard, just enough to get your heart rate up. That's a good warm up for you. If you can suffer it through your leg without injuring yourself further, do some rowing. Do some, what I did when my foot was broken is I did a lot of planks. I couldn't do burpees, obviously. I couldn't do a lot of push-ups, but I would stack my feet with my bad foot on top, and I would hold planks to work on my core. I would do sit-ups. That's something you can do that doesn't involve your ankles or your feet, which ankles, feet, knees are some of the more common injuries. Sometimes they do happen above your elbows, your shoulders, any joints. Then you're putting a lot of pressure on them, especially if you're weightlifting. So definitely watch that. You can do things. You can still go. Don't give up. That'll let you fall off the wagon, but don't stay off the wagon. You can fall off, stand up, brush yourself off, and get right back on the wagon. Get back in the gym as soon as you can, comfortably without injuring yourself. Work into it slowly. You don't have to pick up right where you left off. You're not going to be able to. Within I think it's a week, I'll have to verify that fact, but within a week, you lose a lot of your strength that you've built up to, and that can be discouraging, but don't let it be, because any progress, even if you step back in your strength, you can still pick right back up. Not exactly where you were, you have to build back up to it, but you can build back up to it quicker than you did the first time, because your body knows what it's doing. It's comfortable with what it's doing. So that's something to definitely just kind of look forward to. Make sure you know what you're doing. Listen to your body. If you feel like there's a difference between burning, which is that good burn, that I'm working out, it felt good, and pain. There's a difference between fatigue and pain. There's a difference between fatigue and burning. Make sure you know that difference. You're the only one who's going to be able to tell that about yourself. If you're not used to working out, and this happens, I know, for a lot of people, you're not going to know that difference too much. So don't, hold back what you think you can do. Once you start feeling that burn, that's where you want to stay, is right in that burn, and then back it off of it, get back into that burn, back off of it, get back into that burn. That's good for a beginner. When you get a little stronger, that burn turns into a little more of a hurt, but not quite pain. So listen to your body. I guess that's my number one thing I wanted to say in this video. Listen to your body. Don't discredit it. You know your body better than anybody else. You know your body better than the doctor, technically, because you're the one who lives in it. He can tell you what medically and scientifically and factually is going on, but you can tell him what you're feeling because you know what you're feeling. So listen to your body. If you feel like you're pushing it too far, back it off. Because if you get hurt, then you're going to take 1 step forward, 3 steps back. And then 1 step forward and 3 steps back. If you are already injured, like I am now, be careful when you go back, if you go back within a certain amount of time. Now, you will be going back because I believe in you. I know you can do this. But be careful when you go back. But when you go back, you go in and take it easy. Avoid that specific body part as much as possible until you are fully back to normal. And then once you are really, really close, you can do a little bit, but back off of it a lot. Like, I will not be doing core workouts that include my back. I'm not going to be doing some Supermans or anything like that because my back is still injured, and I don't want to aggravate that further and injure that further, thus making me take another 3 steps back. I'm still trying to get back into my first step. So definitely listen to your body, guys. Definitely listen to yourself, and if a doctor tells you to do something, listen to them above me. By far, I'm not a doctor, so make sure you're listening to them. Listen to it, and then get back in there. Don't let 1 step back cut you off, especially this time of year. It's the end of the year. So you definitely want to make sure that you are getting in there. You're getting in there. You're going, because beginning of the year, New Year's resolutions, it's going to be busy. Everybody's going to make New Year's resolutions. Wouldn't it be great to tell people when they ask you, hey, what's your New Year's resolution? Instead of going, I'm going to lose 10 pounds next year. Wouldn't it be fantastic to say, oh, I'm already working on it. I'm already making steps on it. I've already lost how much weight, or I've already lost 1% body fat, 2% body fat, however. Oh, I've already done good. My diet's back on track. I feel great. Wouldn't that be great? So if you haven't checked out my Facebook, go check out my Facebook. You can look me up, EmberDragon2566. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.